Hi, it's Lindsay Diane from DianeDecor.com. In this video, we're going to talk all about kitchen decorating. Now, the kitchen is a tricky space to decorate because you don't want to take up your kitchen countertop space because you need that whether you are eating around your kitchen island or you're just preparing your meals. You want to be able to have as much countertop space as you can. But you also want to, of course, have a little decor going on in your kitchen to really make it a nice, cozy, inviting space. And so in this video, I'm going to give you 9 examples of how you can decorate your kitchen without eating up too much of your kitchen countertop space. And this is going to be a combination of things that you can hang on the wall, on your windows, or things that can do double duty and actually function as kitchen decor and something useful in your kitchen space. So let's get started with number 1. Number 1 is to use cookbooks as decor. Now, you can use cookbooks a few different ways. They're great to lean up in a corner to hide cords. So you can sort of stand them up and they'll stand up on their own if you have like a nice good hard covered cookbook. They can stand up on their own and you can place them in front of outlets and actually help hide some of the cords or cables in your kitchen. You can also use recipe stands or book stands to actually open up cookbooks and display them. They are really great because they have beautiful images inside of them. And then of course they're functional because you would be using them in the kitchen. So consider using cookbooks, whether you're using them to prop them right up and hide some cords or cables, whether you want to have them open on an acrylic stand or have them on a really fancy, beautiful rustic wood recipe book stand. Either way, they're going to create a beautiful decor moment in your kitchen. Next is printed or framed artwork. You don't see this a lot in kitchens because not a lot of people have just open wall space available. Normally you have tiled backsplash and you may not have anywhere where you can think to hang anything. But if you just use some command strips, you can actually put some framed artwork around your kitchen. So whether you use that space above your pantry door, or you can use the space above your range. So if you don't have a really decorative backsplash going on there and you don't have a pot filler and you just have just a plain open space, use some command strips and go ahead and put a framed piece of artwork there. Ideally, you'll want something that's under glass so that you can kind of wipe it down if it gets a little bit messy, but that's a really great way to decorate your kitchen. Next up is to use canisters and cookie jars as decor. They'll do double duty by allowing you to display some of your items beautifully. Some things just look pretty on their own, like coffee beans or like black-eyed peas. Even some of the dried pasta just alone looks really pretty when they're in nice little glass cylinders. And that can be enough to really fill out an empty space if you have it in the corner of your kitchen or someplace where you're near your pantry. It's easy to access between your pantry and your stove. If you want to fill that space with some canisters that are functional and also look great on your countertop, that's a great option for decor in your kitchen. The next thing you should consider decorating your kitchen with are baskets. Baskets are perfect for filling that space between your cabinet top and your ceiling. So if you do not have cabinets that go all the way to the ceiling, think about placing some decorative baskets up there just to kind of jazz up that space. Fake vines have always been a go-to for that area. We see a lot of that, just fake greenery sitting up on top. But consider maybe standing up some oval or circular baskets. Of course, it depends on how much space you have up there. But if you have a decent amount of space, consider having some hanging baskets. You can put them on little easels so that they're kind of propped up and displayed. And it's a really beautiful look to top off your cabinets. The next up is flowers in a vase. Now, this does not have to be as basic as just setting it on your kitchen countertop. You can use flowers in a vase inside of cabinets that maybe have glass doors. So let's say you have some of your stemware or maybe some of your holiday dishes or your fine china displayed inside of some of your cabinets with glass doors. Consider adding little potted plants or vases with flowers in those to help decorate your kitchen. You can see straight through it. It's a really beautiful scene when you kind of set them up and you stagger them and mix them in with the plates. It looks like a really nice decorative display. And moreover, if you have them inside of those cabinets, they're not going to get dusty or dirty. Of course, in this instance, I'm talking about faux florals. But if you want to display something right there on your countertop, I would definitely go with something real if you can. And that's just because when people sit at your kitchen island or in your kitchen, they are right there, super close. And generally the rule of thumb is when you are right there on top of something, go for real. If you have a distance between you and that thing, like you to a fireplace mantle, then go with something artificial. You won't really be able to see all of those little fine details from that distance, but if it's right there about 6 inches in front of you, you're probably going to see it. And so in that instance, go with something that's real. Next up are wreaths and stained glass. If you have lots of big, bright windows in your kitchen, consider hanging some indoor wreaths over those windows. So you will still get plenty of light in if you have some nice big windows, but you can also have a really beautiful decorative element that's kind of hanging right in front of those windows. Wreaths are great. Also, you can use stained glass as well. It will make a really beautiful scene in your kitchen. And then also remember that you can always use mini cabinet wreaths on your cabinets if you'd like. Generally, kitchen cabinet wreaths are reserved for like Christmas time or springtime. Those are the two times that I most often see people set those up. Me, myself, I only put them up during Christmas, but you can always, it's your home. If you love the look of little mini wreaths on your cabinets, you can have them up all year round if you'd like. But especially if you have some big bright windows where you can put a wreath and it's not necessarily going to darken the look of your kitchen, you're still going to have plenty of light shining through, go ahead and throw some indoor wreaths up or some stained glass. It's a great way to decorate your kitchen. Next are sink trays. Think about those small little decorative trays that will hold your hand soap and your lotion. They may hold a little sponge. They come in so many different styles. You can have a little marble slab. You can have a little footed tray that's wood. You can have pretty much anything to match your style. It can be round. It can be rectangular. These by themselves really act as little pieces of decor, and they're doing double duty by having a function. They are raising up your bottles. They're storing them together, gathering them together for one, and then they're also raising them up off of the countertop so that you don't end up with sort of water stains on your nice natural stone and things like that. So consider just a little tray or a little caddy that's decorative, and put some, whether it's your soap or your lotion or a hand sanitizer, just corral those things there on that tray, and it's a really nice functional decorative item. A bowl of fruit, whether the fruit is real or not, is a great way to add in some color into your kitchen. So lemons and limes are always the go-to. Back in the day, we used to see faux grapes and apples. We don't really see that as much anymore, but a bowl of fruit is always a great option, especially if you have a really gorgeous bowl. So think about getting something from Etsy, something that's original, one of a kind, maybe something that's a carved wood in a natural organic shape, or maybe something that's hammered metal, something that really makes a statement, and you can go ahead and just put some fruit in there. If you don't like the idea of having the fruit out on your counter, or you don't want to use faux fruit, consider filling it with some moss. That's another really great option to bring some like greenery or life into your kitchen space. Last but not least is to use an area rug or a runner. This will bring lots of texture into your space. It also gives you the opportunity to infuse some color into your kitchen, as well as just being functional. It's soft underfoot. You know, kitchen floors are hard, especially if you've been standing there cooking for hours at a time. It's very nice to have a nice rug or runner underfoot, and they can act as a decorative element in your kitchen as well. So those are my tips and ideas for how to decorate your kitchen without overwhelming it with decor and making it a hassle to work around. I hope you found these tips helpful. If you did, please give this video a like and consider subscribing to my channel. Don't forget to visit me at DianeDecor.com. I post all about home decorating over there. I thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.